My name's Andrew Pietraszewski. I'm an IFPA Pro natural bodybuilder. I'm also the owner and personal trainer at Petro Pro Performance. I've been a competitor for 6 or 7 years. So my last show was in May of this year, and I recently attained my IFPA Pro status in April. As a natural bodybuilder and been doing it for so long, I've done a lot of different dieting methods. I've done the extreme restriction diets, limited food options, and I did that for a good percentage of my shows when I was younger. I started transitioning into more of a flexible approach about 2012, 2011, and I had been reading stuff from Dr. Joe and Layne Norton, and I'd known Tyler at that point. I had seen him with one of his crew or his team of guys, and I think 2011 is when he won the show, and I was competing, but we were in different classes, but he had got the overall that year. So I knew of Tyler, and I was already kind of looking into these methods of flexible dieting, and I was hooked on the idea of and the philosophy, and just like, you know, the natural progression of my level of nutrition at that point. I had been doing it on my own, and, you know, still had probably a very grade level, you know, level 1 understanding of the concept, but I was more still applying restriction to it in terms of food selection and food choices. In 2013, I met up with Tyler in July. I wanted that IFPA Pro card, so I had met up with Tyler. I really made the point to choose Tyler because I'm a coach myself and trainer. I wanted someone that aligned with my philosophies in terms of nutrition. He had been applying the flexible method with his clients for years at that point, and he's had great success, and so have his clients, and I want to work with someone that has achieved something that I haven't, and he's been there, and he can guide me through the process. And that was the first time I'd actually ever hired a coach. Going with Tyler, you know, some of the things that I would describe as integrity, just caring overall. I mean, a lot of coaches just kind of like they're machines, you know, they just go through their clients like one by one, but not really taking the individual approach to take care of the actual client and make sure they're, you know, moving forward with the plan and how they're doing on that plan. I knew that I wanted to apply the methods that he employed and that he used time over and again, and I knew that he was like a disciple of Dr. Joe, so I knew that his philosophies aligned immediately with mine. That was the first time I'd really tracked my macros with the flexibility of choosing the foods that I really wanted to eat and not necessarily being told what to eat. And we made the push all the way to December 2013, and then we started a 19-week cut or so to April, and that's when my show was in April 19th or something of 2014. It was an experience that was unlike any other that I've had in the past. The stress level was minimal to zero, I mean, other than just the trial and error and the difficulty of being in prep. That's always tough. Having Tyler there, you know, the biggest thing for me, other on top of just learning more about flexible dieting and using this ideology to its maximum capacity, is he was my accountability partner. Even me, someone that's as experienced as I am, just having the fact of having someone there to keep me accountable week after week, to check in on me and make the adjustments for me and see things that I can't see, was almost an invaluable service to me. That alone was like a huge aspect of prep that I had never really been able to get rid of, was the stress of making the adjustments myself. With the plan that we had set forward and just the constant attention, the timing of everything was superb. You can't really ask for anything better. I had him fly out with me to Washington when I competed. And even then, just like, if you can ever have Tyler coach, like have you come to, wherever it is, whatever the event is, but if you can have him come with you and be there with you, I highly recommend it, because you think one thing when you're talking to Tyler through email every week, but when you get to experience him in person on the day of your event or whatever, that's like invaluable. I mean, checking on you constantly, adjusting your numbers, adjusting your food, minute to minute, hour to hour, however it is, making sure you're ready to go. There's no lack of attention or anything of that nature. I highly recommend if you can have him be with you at whatever you're doing or whatever your goal is, you know, that's always an added bonus.